How quick is the Samsung Galaxy S26 charging speed? My best answer is, we don't know as the phone series has not yet been launched, slated to launch in early 2026. However, there are already reports concerning its specs, and these suggest the charging speed will remain basically unchanged from the existing Samsung S25 series phones, capping out at 45 watt or 60 watt for the Ultra variant and 25 watt for the Pro. It is also frustrating to learn that, according to reports, the Samsung S26 series phones won't have major advances in charging speed. Sources think that the Samsung S26 Pro and S26 Edge will tap out at 25 watt wired charging, which is the same speed as the S25 series variations. The great news is that the battery is supposed to be boosted from 4000 mAh on the S25 and 3900 mAh on the S25 Edge to 4200 mAh on the future S26. This means the phones may survive a bit longer, but when you're ready to charge them, they'll still take the same amount of time, or even longer, to get from the red to full. What about the Samsung S26 Ultra? That model is reported to top out at 45 watt, the same as the S25 generation Ultra gadget. However, some speculations indicate that a jump to 60 watt may be in the cards. That would be a huge upgrade, but it's a far cry from other Android phone makers that offer bigger batteries, longer life, and faster charging. The next OnePlus 15, for example, is expected to offer 120 watt cable charging and 50 watt wireless, even if it remains unchanged from the existing OnePlus 13, which already delivers up to 100 watt wired charging. That's so the predicted charging speeds of the Samsung S26 series phones are still in par with competitors like Google. The Google Pixel 10 charges at 29 watt, up from 27 watt in the Google Pixel 9, while the Pixel 10 Pro and 10 Pro XL charge at 39 watt, up from 37 watt. Outside of the Android camp, the new Apple iPhone 17 offers a 40 watt charger and 25 watt MagSafe or Qi2 wireless charging. As for wireless charging, Samsung phones, including the S25 series, have long supported 15 watt wireless charging and 4.5 watt reverse wireless. While unverified, it's likely that the Galaxy S26 series phones will continue this tendency. What's unknown is if Samsung will follow suit with Google and the Google Pixel 10 series and ultimately embed magnets into the devices to facilitate Qi2 charging without the requirement for a suitable case or ring accessory. That would at least signify a big upgrade for people who favor wireless charging. The Samsung S25 series phones are among the top Android phones in 2025, and the incoming Samsung Galaxy S26 series will likely steal a spot for 2026 as well. But charging speeds are one place where there could be improvements, and if the reports are true, we won't get these with the next series. On the camera side, Ice Universe, who has often been critical of Samsung's product design in the past, reports that S26 Ultra's mid-range telephoto camera will include a 3x f/2.4 lens with a 10 megapixels 1/3 94 sensor with 1.0 pixels. For perspective, this year's S25 Ultra utilizes the Sony IMX754 in this position, a bigger 1/3.52 sensor with 1.12 pixels. Note that larger here is very much relative. This is one of the smallest tail camera sensors that you will find on an Ultra flagship. Note, the IMX754 is technically a 12 megapixel sensor, but the lenses cover only 10 megapixels of it. The sensor for the S26 Ultra might also be a 12 megapixels unit cropped to 10 megapixels, but either way it will be smaller based on the pixel sizes. Sure, the S25 Ultra also includes a 50 megapixels IMX854 to 1/2.52 0.7 sensor in its 5x periscope with a focal length of 111 millimeters. However, Apple's new camera is fairly close with a 48 megapixels 1/2.55 sensor, same 0.7 pixel size, and a 100 millimeters lens. Then there's the Vivo X200 Pro with a 200 megapixels 1/1.4 0.56 sensor and an 85 millimeters lens. Of course, we should be looking at the Vivo X300 Pro tail camera, which, funnily enough, will have a custom image sensor from Samsung ISOCELL HP bead, also known as Thanos. Back to the S26 Ultra. According to ICE, there are debates taking on inside Samsung about what to do. Apparently, it is too late to swap to a 50 megapixels 4x lens for the S26 Ultra. With a 200 megapixels main and a 4x telephoto, a 3x lens with a 10 megapixel sensor would not be too useful anyway. As for the potential of employing a 200 megapixel sensor in the telephoto module, ICE is not enthusiastic, adding that Samsung won't do it because of pricing. So what's with the extra thick camera hump anyway? The main camera won't be upgraded, the ultra-wide probably won't be either, the 3x module is getting downgraded, and the 5x module will likely have a 50 megapixel sensor. There were a few rumors about a 200 megapixel sensor, but newer leaks make it seem unlikely. There better be something really special about the new optics. Samsung's new S26 Ultra will supposedly bring substantial breakthroughs to the display category. One such enhancement might be the use of in-house M14 OLED material, offering brighter displays, increased energy efficiency, and extended longevity. However, the material set will debut with the next iQOO 15, making it the world's first phone to employ it. Samsung is preparing to debut its next-generation flagship Galaxy S26 series in early 2026. The lineup will most likely feature the S26 Pro, S26 Edge, and S26 Ultra. While the Pro and Edge will bring considerable advancements over their predecessors, the Ultra model will bring a huge change. The most costly Galaxy S flagship device will reportedly contain M14 OLED material. Developed by Samsung Display, the M14 material set features light-emitting and common layers to increase OLED performance. Unlike M13, which employs deuterium solely in green and blue colors, M14 uses deuterium across all host colors, red, green, and blue. As a result, the OLED panel delivers numerous major benefits. For example, the new material is expected to give a 20 to 30% brightness and efficiency boost, as well as a 10 to 20% increase in lifespan over its predecessor. iQOO today announced that their next iQOO 15 will have a 6.85-inch QHD Samsung M14 screen with a 144 Hz refresh rate and 2600 nits of brightness. The description reads, "A crystal-clear 2K Samsung Everest display, the world's first M14 luminescent material, and the world's first 2K LED OLED display technology. This could result in a 44% drop in power usage and a 50% increase in screen lifespan compared to the predecessor, iQOO 13. While iQOO has yet to confirm the launch date, reports say the flagship smartphone may go official in October 2025. So we'll know the real-world performance of the M14 panel before the Galaxy S26 Ultra arrives. Meanwhile, Samsung is reportedly preparing to put an AI-powered privacy feature on the display with the next Ultra model. Based on Flex Magic Pixel technology, this function will render the screen unreadable from side angles, preventing anyone close from seeing the content. Here's the issue though, while I appreciate why privacy displays are essential, they can also be sort of unpleasant. Imagine sitting with friends and showing them images or a movie, yet the person next to you only sees a dark blur, not exactly what you want from a large, cutting-edge screen. So hopefully, Samsung makes this a toggle rather than something that's constantly on. Personally, I'd keep it off most of the time and only switch it on in congested situations. That balance would make the feature significantly more enticing, without taking away from the huge, stunning display the Ultra series is known for. As for the software, we've previously seen glimpses of what One UI 8.5 will look like, and now it looks the update is hiding a fairly big reveal. The S26 Ultra may arrive with a privacy display. The idea is simple. The phone screen will automatically restrict visibility from side angles, keeping prying eyes away when you are out in public. The technology behind this is claimed to be Flex Magic Pixel, which Samsung showed off at Mobile World Wide Conference last year. While it is possible the entire S26 series might pick it up, the Ultra model is the one insiders say is most likely to get it, especially given Samsung is reportedly intending to make the Ultra screen the most advanced yet. Yep, Beyond the privacy angle, leaks indicate the S26 Ultra's panel will be brighter and thinner than the S25 Ultras, thanks to a new M14 material. That increase might mean higher brightness, reduced battery drain, and longer panel life, basically setting a new benchmark for smartphone displays. So that's all we know for now. We'll be sure to keep you updated as soon as we have more information. Thanks for watching.